welcome back. Game 2 about to start. With me again is Azure. We have a new tracker. First of all, shout out to D-Web, just in case we forgot, for doing the tracking in Game 1. But we have Beep to the Boop on tracking for Game 2. And we have our Game 2 settings, which is Zeb went for the super simple, well, I don't know it's super simple, but chozo, random bosses. This is the Week 3 settings. Azure, what do you think about this pick?
I think this is a very execution-heavy pick for Club. That it's like it really limits what MST can get lucky on. I think chozo. So for people who haven't seen chozo, there are 25 specific locations in the game for the chozo mode that can have major items. They include the chozo statues and the locations that count as the boss rewards. And they'll have all the major or all the unique upgrades, plus 10 missiles, 10 supers, 5 power bombs, 3 e-tanks, 1 reserve. So essentially everything that you need to beat the game will be on the chozo statues. And that lends itself to just kind of rushing them, going with fairly low equipment, which is what higher execution players are going to be more comfortable with doing.
And of course, in chozo, we're always going to get a morph ball to start with, and with no area randomization, yeah, that's gonna. I mean, for those of you that missed Game 1, a big factor in MST's win is we had a transition, one of the no return transitions. We have to fall down Meridia. And Zeb took it, found Green Brinstar, cleared Green Brinstar, and then the 2 exits out of Green Brinstar were unusable. One went to Lower Norfair, the other one went to the Crab Hole, the Meridian map location. So he had to reset a ton of progress there. That can't happen here.
Yeah, and unfortunately for MST, the bottoms of the pits and the old Mother Brain Room are not chozo locations, so you did not find anything falling in those.
Okay, we got a missile, we got a super. The super is not considered in logic, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Power bombs being in logic. No early power bombs in or out of logic, which means we will have to get some sort of block breaking item at BT. Since we can't use supers to go the other direction.
Yeah, it could be power bombs, speed booster, screw attack. I feel like in chozo, it's very often regular bombs that are there.
Yeah, I think so.
One of the things is because the logic only ever expects you to get the single chozo power bomb pack that's placed, you're only supposed to have 5. So if the game wants to open up Gauntlet, you need bombs or screw attack to show up.
Right.
Or I think speed booster and 2 e-tanks, maybe.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. But you're not going to be able to do Gauntlet that early unless... I mean, you're not going to get your chozo e-tanks, so... I'm pretty certain, there's often debate about this, that e-tank logic only goes away from the chozo e-tanks once you get past 3.
It depends on, the difficulty of the location in the randomizer settings. I know it has to do with that.
And there is the speed booster, so we're not checking Gauntlet. We're also not checking 230 missiles, which is a chozo spot.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. Now, we do have suit restriction on since we're starting in criteria, so suits will not be in criteria. Or rather, since it's, it's not a random spawn mode, we don't have that on in our settings. So leaving the 230 missile behind, I mean, it could just be like the supers the game intends you to get. We're not supposed to have those as per the chozo logic yet. You got to keep stuff like that in mind. MST does not get the short charge through the blocks in Parlor first time. So yeah, you can see Zeb's lead here, and it's kind of partly why he chose this mode. It has, I'd say, less variance than a lot of the other ones.
There's a non-chozo E-Tank that I'm sure Zeb will be happy to pick up. And a chozo super missile. I mean, the super missiles can't be too late. Because you can't get very far without a super past Pink Brinstar in this mode.
Yeah, so one of the nice things about chozo, at least, is you can't really get screwed by... you can't get prevented from progressing by not finding something at a minor location, generally. Like, there's some really rare seats in Major Minor where you always get Billy Mays in Major Minor almost all the time, but sometimes there's a seat where your only super pack is there.
Yep.
But that's not going to happen in Chozo. So also, like, don't have to worry about leaving behind that minor at the end of reserve room.
Yeah, you might see, if someone has screw attack, you might see someone try and sequence break that item, hoping it's a power bomb. But it will never be the logical power bomb.
Yeah. And especially in vanilla map, it's actually sometimes good to like triangulate that logical power bomb, because with the vanilla map, you know it can't be in wreck ship. A lot of the times you're gonna go downwards. Actually, unless you're missing it, then you don't really want to go up red tower. But no, yeah, you're gonna go downward. There's a lot of times when you're able to deduce that it's at Crocomire or something like that. So we can't.
We're skipping another minor. Sorry, and we're skipping 2 more majors here because choose chozo locations because we don't have bombs to get to either the charge beam item or to the spore spawn supers item.
Yeah, Edikins is not a major in chozo logic.
At least we don't have to worry about that location, but those other 2, yeah.
But yeah, now spore spawn is.
I mean, they could go to spore spawn and hope it's bombs or power bombs, but that's quite the risk.
Yeah, it could be. Theoretically, this randomizer can want you to do a point and a return check. A lot of times it's for like power bombs in a major minor or something dumb like that, but it's pretty rare to have to do it.
And alpha power bombs could also be a thing. Oh, there's some regular bombs. So we could go back into Brinstar to get those items. Alpha power bombs could be your power bombs. But if they aren't power bombs, you'll be forced to loop around again.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with checking alpha PBs here.
It's like Zeb is going to go back.
That
I mean, it's
interesting.
It's a lot of major items.
I just don't understand why. Like, I don't understand the trip back up here as a response of getting. Oh, he's going for. Oh, you're talking about Greenbryn, right?
Well, I mean, now I know he's going back to Greenbryn. I wasn't sure if he was going to do Greenbryn or Alpha Peebs there.
Alpha Peebs didn't make as much sense to me,
No.
but I guess like I guess it could make sense if the plan is to like redo the loop through Greenbryn, get 230 from Criteria all the way.
That would be there. I mean, it certainly would have been an option.
Actually, I like the Alpha PBs play more though that I think about it, but this is like the quote unquote safer thing to do.
There's our chozo missiles.
So the one E-Tank we have is not in the chozo logic, so Norfair. That's probably for that reason they don't want to go to Norfair. And you know, if we didn't have boss shuffle on in this mode, Kraid would be a good option to check out still, but
it may not be Kraid. Of course, it could be
Yeah.
Fantoon for Wreck Ship, which would make that going back up pretty reasonable. Of course, you still need Power Bomb somewhere.
Yeah, Fantoon just tends to be really awkward and boss shuffle.
Oh, that's a various suit. So both are going to be happy that they came back here. The items and criteria are a little less important. They can certainly be good items: high jump boots, ice beam, for things that we could need. Spring ball. No, we wouldn't need spring ball in a chozo seed. Ice or speed. We don't already have speed. Screw attack would be a nice luxury item.
Charge
Would be charge would be huge.
Especially like if you get it early with a good beam. No, like charge it's a lot harder to mischarge in a chozo seed because you have a lot fewer locations it can be in. But you're much worse off if you mischarge in a chozo seed because when you're hunting for miners, that pool is going to have e-tanks and reserves in it as well. So you're going to have a harder time finding a reliable source of ammo if you choose not to go for a charge beam.
So there's a lot of good items that could show up in those places, and Alpha Power Bombs could be a suit, whereas like, the criteria ones couldn't.
Yeah.
So now do you go Kraid boss, or maybe you go high jump boots then Kraid boss?
Yeah, see, like it's not a good play now because they just went through Green Bryn. They took away their ability for it to be a good play. Now that I immediately when I say it's not a good play, MST is doing it.
Of course he is. I mean, he needs route diversion, so like I don't think this is necessarily bad for him.
He does, but
I don't know that this is the route diversion you want.
Could he have thought that going back to Green Bryn could have been a route divergence? Because I could have maybe seen checking high jump first. I don't know.
Not being able to power bomb the Rippers here sucks.
Oh,
once they get out of sync.
No, it's fine.
Oh, there's your power bombs. Right at Ice Beam. Okay,
logical power bombs at Ice Beam. Okay.
This is kind of bad for MST. He's not going to be unless he does Gauntlet and is able to get some out of logic power bombs from the back.
They're in logic now because he has bombs.
Well, they'd be
no from the back. Sorry, yeah.
Finds an Ice Beam. That's nice. I don't see any way Zeb misses that when he goes up to Wreck. I guess there is a way to miss that, but probably not. I don't think Zeb's missing that. And there's some out of logic power bombs for Zeb.
Yeah. See, I really don't like going. Oh, there's gravity.
That's gravity.
So he's got gravity and speed, and like all you want is charge, and then that's just literally good mode.
I feel like unless MST does Gauntlet and gets something like Charge Beam, this is gonna be pretty much Zeb's race to lose.
This is like exactly what I meant when I was talking about why this pick was good for Zeb.
Mm-hmm.
Even if MST went the same direction as him. It's just short and sweet, over fast. Yep. You're advantaged being comfortable with lower item counts. Also, you don't have to do suitless Meridia unless like the area transitions make you funnel through in the modes that have area. But because all the locations logically require all the chosen locations in Meridia logically require gravity, so you'll never have to actually do it for items.
I'm gonna do tier 30 missiles. This could also be Charge Beam.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
like for MST to have a shot.
Get back here.
Yeah,
later.
For MST to have a shot, he needs to find Charge Beam, and Zeb needs to miss it.
Oh, that's X-ray.
That's not Charge Beam. I mean, it's not even that useful, honestly. Like, if I'm not gonna get charged, give me high jump, give me space jump, give me screw attack, give me plasma. You know. Like this early, I think I'd rather have Spazer.
Yeah, I think in Zeb's position, Zeb could even like only Zeb could delay getting Ice Beam until after like exiting Meridia for the last time, and probably like
MST not doing
still be
Gauntlet.
okay.
Like, the whole point of going up here is to do all the Chozo checks. You have bombs to do Gauntlet. And yes, bomb Gauntlet sucks. I avoid it as much as possible.
It's got Varia, it's fine.
But here I would do it.
It doesn't look like he has Varia, but he does.
Yeah, nice palette swap. Also, Space Jump for Zeb, my favorite item.
Yeah, this is super well. 1E tank for Lower Norther, which is like the next kind of en route destination.
Yeah,
here.
I would consider checking the miners at the reserve tank to see if I can get at least a second E tank here. But I mean, with Space Jump, it's not so bad. You don't have to lava dive. You don't have to even gravity jump. You can just do it. See what's at this location first, though. And of course, we don't know what the boss is. At this point, Zeb has good ammo for whatever. At that 25th super, plus 50 missiles, won't even have to use power bombs like he did the last time. And there's charge beam, so I mean that's effective go mode. Yeah, he needs 2 more E tanks, but I imagine he's gonna run into those on the way. To be fair, MST trying to create some divergence, I think it made sense, but I don't understand not doing Gauntlet. That's the only part.
I really do not like the decisions that he made. I would have liked it if he went up
the first time
tower straight away and then done the loop through Kateria through Green Bryn again, because then it's fine. But the problem with going through Green Bryn first, like going through Green Bryn was also fine. They both did that, but you just literally gave up the redeeming factor of going up Red Tower. So, and then like you also just got Varia going into Green Bryn, and I just don't understand the decision at all. I feel like there were no real upsides possible to it, unless like maybe spike power bombs.
MST is showing it's a bit of a pain to get up there when you have both speed and no high jump. It does a nice job.
Yeah, the curve for the graph for your jump height is super weird when you have no high jump but you have speed. So you want to like run forward a bunch to get your height up, because if you run for too little distance with speed booster and no high jump, it actually lowers your jump height. So I mean, I guess for MST's sake, okay, like 6 try green gate glitch for Zeb, that's fine. For MST's sake, at least I think there's no like decision he could have made that was like a reasonable decision that would have given him an advantage.
And Dragon at Kraid, which he can't do right now. No way out. I guess, no, you can't X-ray climb out from there. X-ray climb is from Precious Room. So, can't really do anything there.
Yeah, it doesn't even have power bombs for like the Crystal Flash to get the spark up to the door. This is another thing that I think it makes sense for MST to check this boss, because the hope is that Zeb doesn't check it, and that this is like the MST doesn't know where gravity is. So if this was a boss that he could kill that led to gravity, that would be great, because Zeb would do a bunch of extra checks looking for it. Zeb also, like, having space jump, not even needing to do the worst room in the game jump that he's well known for being able to do.
Yeah, did get an E-tank at Golden Chorizo item, the screw attack item. So it'll make things a little bit safer.
Actually, like, honestly, that was, like... that wouldn't have been a bad skip in this situation either.
No, it wouldn't have. And MST gets his power bombs.
Yeah, and on Zeb's equipment, it's not really going to matter what boss ends up where. Zeb is gonna farm up to 25 supers in case it's Ridley, because this charge beam is gonna be a very slow fight otherwise.
Yeah, we don't want a 300 shot Ridley fight here.
But you can kill anything that shows up.
Yep.
It's checking extra minors, which is good. Supers are going to be really good if he just doesn't run into any beams, which is totally possible. He'll probably run into Ice Beam, but he doesn't know that. And it probably won't be for a while.
There's Gravity Suit for MST. Yeah, he knows he's behind at this point. You just keep playing, you hope something happens, you know.
Yeah. You don't know. Your opponent could always die. It could have mother brain issues, even if you at least expect it. With chozo, I mean, you're going on low E-takes in really straightforward seats. So, very strong possibility Zeb ends up doing a 3-take mother brain. You could have an opponent do that, take a catch up, not save. This is like the most likely mode for that kind of accident to happen.
Yeah, I mean, when Varia shows up early, and you don't have to have extra E-tanks that are non-chozo E-tanks for hell runs, E-tanks tend to be hard to come by in chozo seeds. It definitely is the lowest E-tank seed, I mean, I guess full countdown, we've seen a couple of seeds where E-tanks were low because we just got to the major items really quickly. But here, it's just more generally, you know, those E-tanks will be often hard to find.
I felt like full random in general is just short on E-tanks at the start because like they don't have to be in any specific places as per major, minor, or chosen rules, and you don't really need them to logically open that much except for like specific things. So
yeah, that's a good point with full rando. Although the full, usually by the time you finish, you've got all the E-tanks. It's just at the beginning. You're right. I've seen some very late E-tanks in full.
And like we had this in like Rando League Season 3 where Zeb is taking a lot of hits from really trying to get that grab.
Wouldn't be bad for him if he just found an E-tank here.
Yeah, that was a bit scary. It's like kind of unfair to him. But yeah, folk. I was thinking of oh, there it is.
It's one.
Oh, MST gets an E-tank from the reserve missile in Norfair, so that's helpful.
Yeah, this is kind of the. Go ahead.
I was thinking of League last year where we had Countdown wasn't the mode yet, and we just had full rando stuck in there with the random start location. And those seeds, like, actually, especially if you got early there, you were starting on E-takes, because now the game's like, I don't need to give you E-takes for anything. What do you need those for?
Pretty much.
You just went there were some seeds that went without an E-take for like 30 or 40 minutes. But yeah, in full countdown, that can be actually worse because the E-tanks could be available in the area that you're in, and you just don't pick them up because you run out the counter for major items, and you stop looking in that area.
So Zeb gonna have essentially an any percent, actually a worse than any percent escape, almost a low percent escape, with just a charge beam to get through the key hunters. So he's gonna have to be a little careful coming out of here.
Yeah, he's got pretty good health at this point.
Yeah, it's something I expect him to have no real trouble with, but it's definitely something he should be aware of. MST probably going to be having the same escape. Looks like he's headed down to Lower Norfair.
Also, getting up to the ledges and the fire flare is super awkward with the speed and no high jump. Especially with no screw attack, I feel. With charge beam, you can pseudo screw the boulders, but like it's still the heights of those ledges, and the amount that the game makes you run to get to them just makes it super weird.
Okay, Zeb gets out just fine.
Yeah, just like took the 3 hits, no problem. One of the scary things without high jump though is you can have a key hunter knock you down a level, and then it's like, you know, not only do you not get the iframes to run through it, but you got hit. You have to get hit again to get through it, probably. And then even then, it's like you don't know where it's going to be after that.
Yeah, he just took the 3 hits. Yeah, he had 2 more hits to give, but you don't really want to chance that if you can avoid it.
I actually like how MST just shot that pirate in the face with the uncharged shot to get it to stop moving forward. Actually, okay, I think it lags the game a bit, but...
Okay, MST is going to also get this E-Tank. I think that's 2 chozo E-Tanks, this one and the Ridley one.
I do feel like this is also maybe a thing he thought Zeb would skip, because...
Yeah, he hasn't gotten charge at Wave Beam. Probably going to get the Wave Beam check afterwards. Afterwards, which is fine.
Oh, he did skip that, okay.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's going to be fine for him, because he'll, it's actually nicer to route on the way out of Lower Norfolk, because you're spit out right there. And we know it's just charge beam, which is important, but he's got plenty of ammo for the Ridley fight, and he wasn't going to want to do a 200-shot Ridley fight anyway, so... And of course, he doesn't even know that this is Ridley. He just knows it's not Dragon.
Yeah, I wish I could say that that's good knowledge for him, but it really isn't.
Yeah, knowing this isn't Dragon doesn't really do much for him.
Zeb took the creator refill.
Yep.
Why did he do that? Was he low in health for potential Dragon? Was that it?
Probably.
Missiles also.
I mean, probably wants to use speed booster here. So you know. Yeah. This is with only 3 tanks. It's a little bit dangerous. You know, should be fine with the 3 full tanks. But if he had less than significantly less than that, I could see wanting to fill up beforehand.
MST going past the key stairs. These aren't too bad to dodge on the way down, although that third one, if it gets all the way to the end, that's pretty hard to get around.
And down goes Dragon. Also going to point out that doing the speed strats on Dragon is a little bit trickier without high jump.
It's harder to get the right height.
Yeah, Spazer, a good pickup here for Zeb. We haven't seen Plasma yet. Takes his potential charge Mother Brain fight from 300 shots to 150 shots, although I do expect he'll at least get Ice Beam to take it down to 100. And we'll see how many other major items he even checks at this point.
Yeah, I like how they have the exact same ammo counts right now.
Yeah.
It's like they've more or less done the same things. Well, yeah. The same miners on path, really. Oh, actually, MST's got the extra E-Tank. It is funny to see that after last seed, though. They had such different missile counts.
Yeah. They really did.
Okay, MST gonna get these extra supers again. I kind of hope he just stops at 25, but... and I mean, especially, like, you want to play a bit... Like, if you don't absolutely need the extra supers here to kill Ridley, your EV on farming supers is lower here, not knowing that it's Ridley.
Okay, so Zeb's gonna go around Batwoon, which, with this item set, I think is the right thing to do. If you don't have the quick, like the full beam combo to kill Batwoon quickly, I think this is better. I think there are situations where I think it is better to kill Batwoon if you have like a nice full beam, and maybe if you have X-ray on top of it.
He's got 10 supers. That's all you
Yeah.
need. I guess wants to save them. I feel like this is for the plasma check more so. No? Maybe not?
Maybe? Maybe not? No, he's not going to plasma.
I mean, I could be wrong on the timing, but I don't.
Well, I mean,
like
if he misses some supers, which you wouldn't expect.
No.
It does make the fight pretty slow.
He's got a lot of missiles for. I just don't think this is an unsafe Batwoon fight, personally.
No, it's definitely a safe Batwoon fight. It's just a question whether it's faster. There's been a lot of debate as to which item sets make it faster to go around Batwoon versus which item sets make it faster to go through Batwoon.
This might be good because of space jump.
Yeah, like the consensus has been that if you have like speed booster and a full beam combo, probably faster to go through Batwoon. If you have a bad beam combo, maybe you don't have speed booster, maybe it's better to go around. This one feels kind of in between. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I could be wrong and this is way faster, but that's not been my experience.
Meanwhile, we
I
find
haven't
Craig.
specifically tested this scenario, so.
Also, in this case, we knew it was gonna be Kraid or Phantom, which Kraid, you just want the 3 or 4 supers for your quick kill. Zeb doing it with the 4 supers.
Does Zeb not do the missile quick kill?
Apparently not.
I thought it was weird he used charge beam for it there. It's just gonna say no to grapple. It's already killed Dragon.
Yeah, it makes sense.
No other need for it.
Whereas if you're coming up to Ridley, or if you're coming up to an ammo kill Dragon, then it makes a lot of sense to go around as well. Because not only do you save your supers, but you can farm more supers in Cack Alley. Again, that wasn't the case here. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a debate that will continue to happen until some people do some definitive testing of it. MST feeling good about his supers, I think, but he's gonna find charge beam soon, so. And Zeb checking extra ammo. Not sure if he wants more, E-tanks or supers. Maybe a little bit of both, because every super missile you pick up makes the Mother Brain fight a little bit faster, so you don't need quite as much, or you don't have to worry quite as much about your health.
Yeah, every E-tank just makes you less likely to die.
Yep, that too. MSU doing some extra ammo checks. Probably has the last game on his mind.
Yeah, Springball is a chozo location. I wouldn't say that there's never anything there.
Oh god, no.
We've had some real weird seeds.
I believe you won a championship for the whatever, I forget, was it Varia suit or whatever
It was
at that location.
It was
way back in League Season 2, so yeah. I mean, today we're not gonna check. I mean, it could be plasma, it could be high jump boots. There are definitely some nice things that can be there, but nothing that's gonna be worth the amount of time it's gonna take to go there.
It's still like it's still weird in chozo generally, because it's just like every check that can be a major, like aside from Shack and Plasma, is like, oh, these checks are really fast anyways. Why would I do Shack and Plasma? It's like all the things that have things that I want are also really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
MSG is just using Ice Beam to get past the Key Hunters.
This is terrible. Where was Spazer? It was behind Dragon.
It was behind Dragon, I think.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no charge beam either, although I don't know if that'd make it faster to get through this, honestly. Unless you have to hold the charge shot.
Well, let's see. No, it would. It depends how often you miss, really. So Ice Beam does half damage to key hunters. But Charge Beam does full damage. So each charge shot is doing 6 times the damage you'd normally do instead of 3. You can fire uncharged every 15 frames. Like, yeah, 15 frames, which is a quarter of a second. So your charge shots are 4 times slower, assuming you fire them optimally. So you get 6 times the damage in 4 times the time. But I mean, it's you also waste all of that time if you miss the charge shot.
Shoutouts to Kip who decided that we should have these webcams on. Just a shame that for this particular race we couldn't have Zeb's webcam. Again, having some technical difficulties, so not able to set up the webcam today.
Yeah. It's like, if you want to see Zeb webcam, then you're going to be rooting for him to take these next 2 games so that he can move on to them.
That's right.
And then he'll probably be like on his proper setup for that.
MST, knowing this is going to be Dragon, I guess is going to farm a little extra here.
Yeah, just a little bit, not too much. You've got your speed booster as your I want to say backup, but really it's the main thing you want to use. You at least like want to hit the opener. The hitting a Dragon opener is so valuable.
I think Baby Zeb checks the 1 location here.
Yeah,
it'd be worth checking this. Yeah, the right supers or not.
No, or not. There's probably just too many bad things it can be. Oh, he skipped grapple. He doesn't know where X-ray is. He doesn't know. We don't know Spring Ball, Screw Tech.
Wave, Plasma, or High Jump.
It's like High Jump isn't good enough coming from Wreck Ship and the vanilla area.
Yeah. Wave, Plasma, or High Jump would be the useful items there.
And High Jump just isn't good enough to care about it that much.
Mm-hmm.
And like Wave kind of is.
It takes 40 shots off Mother Brain, but you know.
It's a 40.
Yeah, Charge Ice Phaser is 100.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, obviously he's got 30 supers, so like that's half your Mother Brain damage as it is. So probably going to be left with just the 75 shots. A little bit more, a little bit less because he won't use 50 missiles on Mother Brain 1, but. Yeah, there's no reason for Zeb to check Gauntlet here. For those of you thinking about that, again, could be some nice things. Those same nice things could be in Gauntlet, but none of them.
Gauntlet still isn't relatively fast.
Yeah, it's not with. Yeah, if you have Screw Attack, maybe. I mean, I still don't think you do it, but with Screw Attack, at least it'd be super fast. But we don't have Screw here.
Screw Attack, you can maybe like spike some supers at the end of it.
Yeah, that's true.
But let's see. So if you get Wave Beam, you're saving 40 seconds on Mother Brain. Yeah, that's not worth it. Plasma would save like the most amount of seconds you can save on Mother Brain is 80. So how far are you going to go out of your way to try and get an 80-second time save?
Yeah, so this would be it would take it down from 100 shots to 30 shots, which is pretty significant. But yeah, but you're also going through Gauntlet to get that. So he picks up his phaser.
We do have our game 3 coming up after this, if Zeb closes this out. And that will just be a completely random mode.
Yep,
that
well,
is
random-
not one of the two that they already played in this matchup.
Yep. So it'll be the first game 3 we've played, I think. That in itself makes it fun.
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny because I remember League Season 2 had a format where like Game 1 was Major Minor, Game 2 was Chozo, and then Game 3 was Game 3 random?
Game 3 was boss order, but then you had like a draft system to see whether it was going to be major, minor, chozo, or full.
Okay.
And we didn't get to Game 3 very often, sadly.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Is like we just happened to not have very many Game 3s in that particular bracket of 16. It just worked out that way. I kind of wanted to say is because, like, I don't know. I feel like Chozo kind of favored the people that were most often winning the game ones. Anyways.
Taking a save. I mean, this is not the safest Mother Brain fight. He's routed this pretty well, so if, I wouldn't blame him if he feels like he's in a bit of a lead here.
Yeah, it's the kind of lead where, like, you don't want to, like, it's good enough that you can afford a Mother Brain death and reset back to that save.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose the entire game over it.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think he's taken a single save this seed, so I think that makes a lot of sense.
That tends to happen in Chozo. You see the saves a lot more in the area.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, we do have a couple of area shuffle modes with Chozo in them, but yeah, Chozo really takes the forefront of what this mode is, just because you don't have to think about the areas.
Looks like he's gonna save a lot of his ammo for the end. I'm a little surprised he didn't at least fire off his missiles and 5 supers. Generally, the two schools of thought are either you do all your ammo right away, and then do your charge shots. Mainly because the catch-up phase is a little bit easier to dodge for most people. The other school of thought is leave 15 supers for when the catch-up phase starts, because that's how many shots you'll lead at that point. That way you don't really have to count your shots or think about where you are in terms of ammo. So
he might just be counting though, because 100 isn't a difficult number to work with. But also he should be using missiles. Okay, he's starting to use them now.
There we go.
Probably was counting for the time to start doing that.
Yeah, there you go. There's that catch-up right at 15 supers.
He shot the 2 extra missiles, so normally the catch-up wouldn't occur at exactly at the 3/4 boundary, but
it's slightly more than 3/4.
But because he shot the extra 2 missiles, he had extra damage to it. She did shoot the catch-up.
Not exactly a great quick kill on MST's side. Not going to be the difference in the race, of course. Zeb already on Mother Brain cutscene.
Actually funny, because MST went through Bottoon and didn't have... Looks like he didn't have the super count to back it up. So that was like... I feel like MST should have gone like the back route to Dragon, having the bad super count, and then Zeb was good enough to just do Bottoon.
All right, Mother Brain 3 for Zeb.
A little awkward with that high jump.
Doing a nice job with it, though. It's going to be well under 50 minutes for Zeb, which is, you know, with a straightforward chozo seed, not unusual, but still noteworthy. It's not like it's free to get a sub 50 for anyone at this, you know, in this randomizer.
Yeah. It definitely feels nice to do a seed in about the amount of time you'd take for vanilla any percent.
Yeah. In the end, Zeb, I think, got exactly what he wanted when he made this pick. There's really nothing. I mean, he hit the route on the chozo seed. MST tried for some divergence, didn't quite get it, and unfortunately, that's the kind of the story of the seed. There really wasn't anything. I mean, we can question MST's decision to go back up through alpha peeps and such, but even if he had followed the route, he still wouldn't have been able to catch up.
Just as MST is going to wreck shit for last boss, Zeb is about to finish this seed.
Alright, and we'll finish with an official race time of 46:20, and MST is going to go ahead and forfeit at that point. GG's to both our runners, and we will have a game 3. Let the credits play out. Curious to see where some of these items are, and then we'll take a break.
Yeah. Mostly, like, yeah, high jump, plasma, or
High jump, wave plasma, yeah. I want to know what was that gauntlet. Of course, we might not fight. We might just find out it was nothing if it's not listed. At this point, it wasn't anything that would have helped MST, but yeah, it's still a little surprised that when he went back and looped around, he didn't go back for that. Although, I have often said that bomb gauntlet sucks, so... Russian speed basic, yeah. That's usually pretty straightforward. The power bomb, the late power bombs were just the only real hiccup in there. Item locations. Here we go. Wave beam was at spring ball. We were never getting that. Plasma at X-ray. Weren't getting that either. I guess early X-ray wasn't a thing because we didn't have power bombs.
Oh yeah, that's like sometimes a maybe depending on.
Yeah, spring ball at plasma. Screw attack at wreck ship, so weren't getting that. High jump at grapple, so that was a croc. Yeah, weren't getting. So all the good things, all the nice little luxury items were just things we weren't anywhere close to running into.
Is 4621 on isn't that Zeb's any percent time? I think it is.
It'd be funny if it was, but I don't know.
I think it actually is.
Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break. They've already started race 3. The delay just needs a little bit of time to catch up, but we do need to get moving on getting that set up. So hang out. About 5 minutes, we'll be back with game 3.